Hello everyone, PaperSpock here. We're about to jump into some more Heaven's Vault today. Pick up where we left off from last time. I'm trying to remember because it has been a day or two. And right, we're trying to figure out where to drop off. What was his name? Amir, there it is. Ooh. You see how the cursor is slowly sliding? I think I might have stick drift on my controller right now. I'm trying to assess if it's actually the case or not. Okay, I think the game was just... Maybe I don't. Hopefully I don't. Anyway, hopping in, I'm going to quickly boost the volume just a little bit ahead of time because it sounded a little bit soft when I was listening to the game just a moment ago. So hopefully this is a little better. We're going to my RC and take a mirror there. We'll see how loud the music is. Okay. Lady, can I have a go? Oh yeah, let's let a mirror fly this thing. That would be good. At flying? Shrouded Sanctuary. You want to learn how to sail? Of course I do. And we're going to approach a shipwreck. Okay. This is the first time I think I've actually caught the prompt for a shipwreck. It doesn't look difficult. If I'm going to be a pirate, I need to learn. Okay, we're finishing this conversation first, while we're here at the shipwreck. A wreck! Is it a shipwreck? It is a shipwreck from the Holy Empire, mistress. Wait, mistress. I recovered a stone sculpture of a fountain. It seems to be inscribed, mistress. It mostly came from somewhere close by. Fountain. This one is a phrase run together. Us. It wants to be than here. Interesting. Makes or builds. I believe you can be confident of your translation for every now, mistress. And makes must be right, too. Every blank makes us blank. Every death makes us stronger? No, stronger than stronger, but thinking of the loop, and if they believed in the loop back then, too. Every place makes us strong. Death feels like it's a strong contender here, because a noun that is not heart-like... Oh, heart is a more complicated phrase than I give it credit for. I sometimes want to look at just the little lightning bolt with a squiggle underneath and say that means heart, but the actual phrase that, the phrase or word, instead of glyphs, that means heart, is more complicated than I give it credit for, so there is something of life in the word heart, though. Theoretically. Not necessarily how this is set up, but there is that connection we could draw there. Place, I've strongly associated the triangle with two waves underneath as the place symbol for denoting things that are places, so I would expect that to be in some form in the word place, but I'm not sure completely there. So I would lean away from place Live? Live would be weird because of the negation. Because I see the little X, which I interpret to mean some kind of nod or some kind of opposition. The way the idea would usually be expressed. So live would be weird because that would mean something like death was the default, probably. People's also kind of weird. So death I actually kind of like here, the more I think about it. Every death makes us... Okay. So grammatically speaking, and grammar can be misleading here, but thinking through the grammar in terms of English, and assuming they have picked the best word possible, every death makes us strong. Every death makes us life seems weird. Every death makes us together seems weird. Weaker would make sense. Strong would also make sense, but grammatically makes a little less sense. I would expect it to be stronger if it was in that form. So purely in kind of the forms of the words we're getting, I like weaker. Let's kind of look at what we're seeing here. We have the negation symbol, we have several colons, we have we have the symbol that I would interpret as of. We have the adjective symbol. So something negative being in there does mesh with weaker. That big circle. Not sure what the big circle means, other than it's in every. But I don't know exactly what it would mean in isolation or what meaning it's imbued with. Treasures. So light thing. Somehow something that I would associate with lighter stars. Mixed with whatever triangle means gets you treasures. So it modifies star into treasure, perhaps, if that translation is correct. So what would it modify circle into, which I also don't know what it means. And what's the point of the colons here? But speaking very broadly, weaker is the only word that has kind of an obviously negative meaning. But of is, okay, together is interesting to me in terms of the of symbol starting out this. Because I'm not sure why, but I feel something of in the word together. I think I'm going to go with weaker. Though it makes for kind of a depressing message. Every death makes us weaker. I think this comes from the same place as the book. The one we found adrift in the rivers. River is quite wild today, I'm kind of shooting back and forth. This new find should help us to find that site. This should help us work out where to look for. A place called the Withering Palace! Should take this thing to Tapion Elbereth. Look at us zoom. See if he has anything similar in his collection. Now path control this thing, but either path ahead leads to our destination, mistress. Let's see if there's a better one. I'm trying to go to Myrcy. I think the path to our left is shorter. I'm gonna see if I can swing going to our left. Nope, we're locked into the right. Hey, we have another split. Here it really doesn't matter. So long as we... Do you believe the people on Myrcy will look after him? Maybe Amir is asleep now. No! Six is asking me, not the other way around. Why wouldn't they? I'm not sure they will. I hope they will. We can explain the situation. Okay, left or right? Left would be better.
The boy stuck his nose up against the porthole and kept it there, staring out at the rivers.
Okay. The lower reach. Do you know a story, Amir, about a woman who carves her name on 2 wooden boards? M. Blairan. That's her name. But she forgets. Everyone knows that story. What happens? Good old Ioxie in space. Well, in the end, the sailor scoops her up and takes her home and keeps her in a pond. Did she turn into a mermaid or a frog or something? But she doesn't mind too much, I think. You should go right ahead, mistress. Okay, hopefully I can reply now that I have read this. Why doesn't the woman... M. Blairan. Why doesn't she mind living in a pond? Well, because she's a mermaid, of course. Yay, I was right. It's that or back to the rivers. Now, if I hadn't said mermaid or frog, just said mermaid, I'd felt a little bit better about that. In terms of my guessing. But I got it right enough, I guess. The music, this is just... I'm kind of annoyed by these segments, except for they're just so beautiful. The music is beautiful. And the visuals are stunning, kind of surreal, exhibiting a beauty. I don't mind the storytelling, except for when I get a little distracted. I'm Aaliyah. Are you from Elvareth? I am. What has just happened? I'm just down 6. Like I got into a conversation while sitting there. Will Amir like it here? Wanda was here, but it seems his ship was destroyed after he left. Okay, let's see if we can drop off the
I
kid.
led the boy up the muddy path from the ship. His little eyes kept popping out of his head. I thought he was going to lose them.
What is this? Stuff. In the air. It's like... breath. You're going to like it here. I think. I don't know. It's so cold. How are you feeling? This place is beautiful. I like it. I think maybe you will too. It feels the way things are supposed to feel. They live quite simply here. These people won't take me in. Why would they? They're decent people. We'll see if that's true, but that's my hope. More honorable than you might expect. You're just going to leave me here. No, I should introduce him, if possible. Just no matter what happens. No, no. Would you rather be left where you were? I don't want to give him an ultimatum, because if there's another option, I would entertain that too. No. Okay, so he wouldn't rather be in Elbreth. No, I suppose not. I must have stepped on a shield bug to be this unlucky. You'll be free to do whatever you want, more or less. We'll see how true that is. I like the way the mud sucks at my toes. There's dirt on Elbreth. But if you want mud, you have to make it yourself. How do you make mud? How do you think, lady? I don't know why we just suddenly walked back here. Maybe the game wants me to cross this bridge. Go in the house with Amir. Because I didn't start walking back. The game just decided, okay, we're going to walk backwards here. I can't really do anything here. I'm going to go back this way. I feel like there's been a lot of secrets littered around, which kind of makes me wonder what more I could be discovering if I was even more thorough than I've been. Follow me, Amir. The village is this way. Don't be nervous. Alright, let's see how this goes. How big is this place? You could get lost up here for days.
Everything on Mayerzi was as we'd left it. The flowers still bloomed. The water still bubbled.
Greetings once more, stranger. Tell us quickly, did you find your man? I'm here about something else. I wondered if you had any space in the village. You wish to move here with your son? You are from Iox, boy? Elbereth, Micus. I'm a pirate. Ha! So was I at your age. He has nowhere to go. Where are his parents? Working in a mine? I don't know where they are. That's the honest answer. Neither does he. You merely do not know, and yet you would give him to us. It's a very good point. Do you care so little for the things of others? I don't have parents. I think I hatched from an egg. That is a good point. Why didn't we try to find this kid's parents a little bit better? How curious. I know you think all Ioxians are evil, but please. Amir is an orphan. If I take him back to Elbereth, he will disappear. So raise him yourself. I wouldn't know how. Let's say that. I almost said the third option. I barely have anywhere to live. I travel, explore, it's dangerous. Oh, those are good reasonable points. I could look after your pigs, Micus. I like them, they're funny. Don't make me take him back to Elbereth. I could try to take him elsewhere. Follow the path, boy. Call for Aisha. Or Aisha? I don't know. Thank you. Will you come back and visit me? Of course I will. Hopefully I have a chance to before the game ends. Good faith to you. We will do what we can for him. Our village needs children's voices. But he will have to work. He understands that. Okay. I hope so too. Don't want him to be a burden. We have the space. We have the rice. Do not bring any more. Good faith to you, lady. You have obtained nothing of note here, mistress. There is nothing more you can do for the boy. Time to go, mistress? Yeah, let's go. Do it. A little bit of me that, would almost wander around and try to find the woman who Renba had talked to another time and conversed with her. Because I think I found most interactables the first time, but there's the possibility that some conversation points have changed. But I feel a little unlikely that it would result in anything major, and it would also take quite a bit of time. I was thinking about the Serpent's Eye Crater 6. The whole site was designed to be run by robots. I wonder if there was a period before the Holy Ioxian Empire, when robots were commonplace, and they ran things even. Sounds pitiless. People at the mercy of the whims of an ethical core. Statistically, it is very sensible. A large number of robots could comfortably control, maintain, and organize society, leaving humans free of that burden. Although I admit there would likely be problems in individual cases. If I have a chance to say anything else. Nope. Interesting to me when 6 stands up like that. Alright. Let's start sailing. I was pressing the wrong button there. That's why we were delayed. I play using a Nintendo Switch controller, so the button prompts are a little different, so I have to remember what it would be on an Xbox controller. So quick peek, something else, specifically the time. And we're only 24 minutes in, so we have time to do something else for sure. So what do we think of the Eye of the Cyclones? Shiniki Renba found the Emperor's funeral robe and such. The waters the Cyclones, yeah. Domed Market Moon. Moon in Ghost's Wake. Pre-Empire site. I guess what I want to do is go back to Elbereth, because I could check in and... Ah, that brought up something I hadn't realized, which is that Aroi might be able to tell me more about the telescope. So I think I should do that first. Show the book to Tapi, and then possibly exchange it for something else in hopes of being able to find that other location better. Either of the branches continues on to our destination from here. Okay, the one on the right is going to be a shorter path. And that's true
They
again.
say on Elbereth, if you sail too far, you'll meet yourself coming back. But I've sailed plenty far, and I still don't know who I'm supposed to be.
We'll take a right. Let's see what our remark is. The Robot Empire sticks. We assume for a moment there was one. It didn't survive. Oh, we're on quite the path here. At some point it collapsed and the robots disappeared. What if they're hiding on their own moon? The Steel Empire ended and the Ioxia Empire began. I almost missed that ruin. I so almost missed that ruin. A ruin! I would guess it dates from the Steel Empire, Mistress. This should only take a few moments, Mistress. I found a scratched, robust rock hammer. Wonder how long it's been out there. This is mining equipment. How did this come to be here? No inscription on the blade. I think this originates from the Steel Empire site. This should help us locate the site. Oh well. I should take this thing to Tappy on Albereth, see if he has anything similar in his collection. Oh, what a few there for a moment. Left or right? Let's see. It's not gonna matter. But if we take the left path, then we don't have to make a decision at this juncture. So, let's take... Was that the left path? Yeah, because I have to flip it upside down. The wires! So what happened to the robots after the collapse of the Steel Empire? The robots were wiped and buried on Iox. I do have to make a choice after all? Okay, I'm just gonna go this way. Oh, I'm really struggling here. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna stop checking the map, I think. Because I have the arrows to follow, and trying to figure out which one is shorter makes some sense, but I think it's ending up taking more time. Quiet without the boy around. Mistress. will need to turn left momentarily. There we go. A few robots must have been kept around by the emperors. In places like the ones we've seen, where they couldn't do any harm. Eagle's Path. Put us down to 6. Elbereth. I could show the telescope device to Roy, and I could show a bunch of stuff to Toppy. And we have to come here again? Stop complaining, 6. The stone feet, 6. None of the other statues we've seen have had feet. Maybe this was not a statue of a god mistress. Maybe it was a person. That is a good point. I almost want to go to the slums. Damn it, I'm going to the slums. Let's pay Timur a visit. Okay. Down. Making note of which direction we were. So we're facing here, so this should not lead us out to visit the bar. Okay. It really isn't as far out of my way as I felt like it was. First. Okay. Aaliyah. I will wait here, mistress. I'm going to increase the text speed a little, because I feel like I've not been having as much trouble keeping up reading as I've gotten a bit more of a grip on certain things in the game. So I'm going to move it to that speed and see how it is. I will wait here, mistress. I've been able to read it out loud fairly well. There's been large pauses in between. You look tired or still quiet? You look tired. Are you sleeping at night? Of course. The tax collectors from Iox can't pick my pocket if I don't sleep. Always a joke. Always a joke. Always a joke. You should relax more. I need it today. Iox will do that to you, I hear. Sip my drink. I have something for you. A knife. It's nice, isn't it? I would estimate it dates from the Steel Empire. The maker didn't include an inscription on the hilt. This comes from the same place as the scratched rock hammer, the one I found floating in space. Having this should be useful in tracking down where these things originated. It should help us locate its location. What do I owe you? Nothing. Just don't stop stopping by. I'll sip my drink. I am going to actually change the text speed a little, because I think it's now a little too fast for me to keep up if I'm going to be reading everything, or if something goes by. You want another Rocky? Do it. I'm gonna get really drunk this time. The robot won't miss me. Your very good health. Do you miss your children, Timor? Well, that was a bit of a personal question. Mouths to feed? No. Seriously? Every day, Aaliyah. But what good does it do? Still quiet. There was a rush yesterday, maybe the day before. How are you staying in business? I guess there's not much more to be said here. We're gonna head out. See you around, Timor. Don't be a stranger. Come on, Six. We have one new artifact to consider. We also have located one new location, a Steel Empire site. Do we leave now, Mistress? I want to see Roy before I leave. Also want to see Toppy. Very good, Mistress. I want to take a look at the eras, because I feel like Is this Steel era something new? Steel Empire site, Steel Empire? Let's look at the timeline of the nebula. Okay. Ancient Time, Age of Sail, Steel Empire. Let's zoom in a bit more. Okay, what is... The First Empress disposes of robots. Pouring of Iolite. Okay, this is the Age of Sail. The Holy Empire. The Followers establish power on Iox. Okay. Interesting. Is there anything? Whilst Emperor disappears, the Emperor goes into hiding. The Loop Temple re-established on Iox. Full scope is built. So if the Fallers... So this, thinking about the loop and how likely it seems, the issue is if the Fallers are, like, here in the timeline. I'm not sure exactly how far ago that is, but it's maybe 300, 400 years ago. 300 to 350 years ago. Then that would mean things are looping quite often. But the Holy Empire, like this stuff, doesn't seem to resemble this part here. Because this, if things are looping, and Yazi and Saya are fallers who get placed on Iox. Fallers destroy the Empire, but they never extended their reach beyond Iox. Generations passed in obscurity. So, if they're the loop, they're the fallers come again, then this period here should be repeating over and over. But that's not what we're seeing with the Age of Sail, Ancient Time. I'm going to zoom way out. We think people lived on gigantic ships during this era. Carving of deity colossi. What was that? The similarity in stone and carving style suggests that all the stones we've seen were quarried and carved in a single spot. Probably the Steel Empire site. Hmm. Interesting. We have the colossal statue placed on Elbreth before the deity colossi were carved. Maybe they were carved at a different site entirely. Ancient time. Only fragments of writing. The people on Iox believe the distant past will soon become our future. So I feel like the theory of if the loop is real, that particular iteration involving fallers is not, because I feel like things would have to go. I don't feel like it's looped that many times. I feel like the loop would be longer if it ends up being where things go. Anyway, let's go back to our game. How do people live here without giving up in despair? Okay, let's hop into the gate. Wonderful of a chance to say some different words. I would love to have known the words the kids said. Try them out myself. That would make it easier, wouldn't it? And again, we couldn't get back. They're too inconsiderate to just die off. Oh, we could have talked. We know Amir spoke a word at the gate, but I have no idea what that word is. Said Oyakui refer. Micus. Nothing. That Oyoki refer. Elbereth. No? That Oyoki refer. Myercy. Let's keep trying this. I didn't think that would do any good. That Boyaki refer. Kibenya. Excuse me. Nehua Soleil. Hmm. What just happened? The goddess's name got me through? What if we went back in time? I don't think we went back in time, but that's interesting. Cayenne something? Cayenne here? That was the goddess's name? It wasn't a familiar name, so I wonder if I should have known it before, or if that's the way, or a way that the game reveals that. Okay. We're going to this sketchy shop with our good friend Toppy to make some exchanges. Aaliyah, come on in. I go outside. Show him an artifact. I found a few items you might be interested in. Oh, yes? A knife. Show him something else. Telescope. Book made at the Withering Palace. This is a large Ioxian Empire period book covered in precise calculations. We found it floating in the open wash. Your standards are slipping. Ah well, I can most likely shift it on to someone. I have something of a similar period, I think. I should give him something else. Yes, this is it. I really want to be able to locate it. A page from a book. And there's some writing on the paper! Holy Pilgrim and... Okay, I like Pilgrim even more, because Holy Sailor, Holy Quick, and Holy Weaker would be weird turns of phrase. Holy Sailor! No, okay, I just laughed, but sailing could be sacred in this society, now that I stop and think about it, with their beliefs about rivers, There's a water goddess. You know what? I shouldn't have dismissed Sailor quite so quickly. I still think that it is probably Pilgrim, but I could see myself changing my mind. Okay, Holy Sailor, no, Holy Pilgrim, and something something. Excuse me. Okay. Free, angry, illuminate, or hard. So I see the adjective symbol at the beginning. So I think it's free, angry, or hard. But Holy Pilgrim and free, nebula, stranger, or decide I? Ooh, that is very heart-like. Okay, I'm getting all three parts of the heart symbol except for the noun signifier at the beginning. Trying to think through this. So I think it's a person. I think maybe it's the stranger, and I think the not means maybe not heart. So person not of the heart, maybe someone you don't know, a stranger, someone who hasn't entered your heart. I don't know. Could it be nebula? Only, I mean, uh, I. I'm thinking, is that the person symbol, the curly Q that ends up splitting, the very first symbol? It seems person associated, but not always a person. So I'm not sure it has to be a person here. So kept, I don't see the verb symbol. Inside, I also don't see the verb symbol. Oh, the verb symbol's in the second half, but I don't see it right at the beginning. Which makes me think this is not a verb. But I can't say for certain on there. I would lean towards it being person, so I would lean towards it being stranger. Holy Pilgrim and some kind of stranger. Hard stranger. No, we're not going to go with Holy Pilgrim and hard stranger. Uh, Holy Pilgrim and angry stranger. Maybe. Holy Pilgrim and free stranger. Maybe also we could go with that. The lightning bolt symbols feel angry to me. Oh gosh. We do have the person-like symbol in there too. Me. Looking at the symbol for me. So that's definitely supports it being person-related, but pilgrim, the word I think means pilgrim, also starts with the person-ish symbol. Angry, holy pilgrim, and angry stranger. Or free stranger. I could see either being true. But let's see the context for eternity and see if eternity could mean something that's angrier. Find path of eternity path. I don't like the word path being in there twice, I gotta say. So, fire, maybe? If it meant the word fire, then that would associate it with anger. But eternity kind of matches with free, but fire, and I'm redoing that and saying it means and it means fire, and then this means angry. Not super certain. Does Holy Pilgrim and Angry Stranger work? Presumably there used to be more to it than that. I guess that this comes from the same source as the sculpture in the book that I discovered out there in the wash. It must have been common to travel between the two sites. It should help us work out where to look for a place called the Withering Palace. So, you've seen it? The page for your large book? Yeah, I'll make that trade. You have a deal. Wasn't that the book that was mostly... There was a book that was mostly rusted, so... Not rusted. Molded, I think? Gave Toppy the book. Okay. Let's show him another artifact. Picked up a few more items you might be interested in. Oh, yes? Let's do the steel knife. It's a copper steel Empire period pocket knife. I could acquire that in an alleyway. You aren't dealing with some gutter rat trader here. What you give me will keep me in business for a week. Anything more, let's consider another time. Let me consider it another time, fine lady. Okay. Should have given him something more interesting. But let's see what he has to say if we talk to him. Listen, Toppy. How is business? It never booms. Somehow we all get by. Okay, I'm gonna leave. See you later, Toppy. Don't get any less beautiful. I wish I'd shown him something other than the knife now. We have one new artifact to trace. Shall we leave now, mistress? I want to pay a visit to Roy. Quickly check and see. We are for time. We're still under an hour. Very well, mistress. I'm trying to decide if I want to do something else after finishing up with Roy. Maybe I want to go back to Iox. Maybe I want to do some exploring. Because I'd like to talk to Huang. Try to confirm stuff. You should know, mistress, I am most suspicious of your arrangement with Toppy. But you don't report suspicions to Mayari, do you? The professor requires 70% certainty before a report is required, mistress. Ah. So I've just got to keep things below the 70% mark. Okay. I also think I want to try to exit the gate. Try out different language when I do that. Towards Roy's yard. Let's talk to you, I guess. Since I'm in the neighborhood. How was trade today? Bristling. What now? I had something. What could I have? Go buzz at someone else. Just gotta see if there's anything new to say. I've had enough of this place. Me too. Whoa. Walked right through the camera. Where is that good old gong? Is the gong gone? No, I haven't changed the camera angle right. Okay, strike the gong. I want to enter sometime. I should be patient. They'll come. Alright. Camera zooming in a little. Okay, there we go. Aaliyah, I thought it was you. The bit of crystal you gave me. Oh, that's right. I can see why you gave it to me. Where did you find it? It was dug up from a crashed ship on a moon near here. So it's old? That explains a few things. You see, the crystal, It has a certain kind of charge to it. It's running out, but not gone yet. What kind of charge? I have no idea. But it's something to do with gravity. There's less gravity in the crystal than there should be. It's like it's like picking up a block of ice. If I find any more, can I make the nightingale go faster? I didn't know that was this was that kind of game. I'll take care of this now. Imagine if that's what we do in this game. We collect dialite and then we can zoom even faster. Riffers. If you find any more, you know where I am. I'll show her the telescope. Look at this thing. I found it way out on a moon covered in ancient panels that had low gravity. That's beautiful. Some kind of telescope. Set up to collect something. Probably packed with information, if only you could read it. Can you read it? I shouldn't have thought so. Whatever this thing was recording will be packed. Stored. If you knew what it was supposed to be, then maybe you could read it. But you couldn't guess. But still, it's a beautiful piece. I hope you might look into it further. I don't know what I'd do. I could tell her that it's like, take it to pieces most likely. Ancients were recording something. I don't think this line of conversation is going to lead anywhere, but something is happening out there. It won't do any good. We can barely handle what's happening here, Aaliyah. Ask something more. How are things here? Not getting any better. Don't be a stranger, Aaliyah. Okay. Now I want to go home. And back to the ship. Don't know where I want to go next exactly. Let's see what the options are. Shall we leave now, mistress? Let's get out of here. Leave the moon. Be ready, mistress. And so we left the surface of Elbereth, with enough new evidence to find a new site. Alright, there we go. Let's continue. Aboard the Nightingale, we returned to the ship and sprung up into the water. Is there any conversation? Let's take the river. Why is the game letting me walk around, I wonder? Eh. Let's take to the river. I will ready the sheets, mistress. Who readied the sheets when I was alone? Is that something that you can do in pilot at the same time? Okay, we can go here. Sneaky Renba found an emperor's funeral robe and perhaps an emperor's body, and possibly deep in cyclones. I want to go and find the Withering Palace. We found a decaying market moon. That's right, we did. Moons in Ghost Wake. I guess we're gonna go there probably, but let's see what the thing here is. I traveled with Lush Rice to my Mercy on the trail. Nikki Renba, but found nothing except for a curious crystal shard. I left a mirror with the villagers tending their pigs, but I promised to look in on him. Okay. I could go there next. I'm gonna give him a little more time there. Is Iox just checking in with Wang? Hmm. First I'm going to... He might know something about the Withering Palace about a translation he told me. I could go there next. look at my inscriptions. Let's look at solvable inscriptions and solve some. Okay, there's just one. Sailcloths fill, and we will go. Okay. Sleep in Withering Palace. Withering feels most likely. I guess let's go look for the Steel Empire site. Let's sail there. Eagle's Pass, sailing to a Steel Empire site. Either river ahead leads to our destination. Let me look and see what I think of them. Oh yeah, this is very much does not matter. Off we go. And, you know, we're just kind of reaching a point where... I wonder what else we're gonna find. I don't know if we're in the late game yet, but we definitely feel solidly in the mid-game. Again, either doesn't really matter.
For the longest time, Mayari didn't know about the Nightingale. I would hitch lifts with robot couriers to Elbreth, then slip away to play aboard the ship. Until one day, when Oroi reckons she could figure out how to launch it. And of course, I didn't know how to stop. I pretty much crashed into the dock on Oaks.
By the goddess and all her fingers. Huh? What's that? What's the button prompt? Approach ruin. Well, that was tucked away. The ruin from the Steel Empire, mistress. I will investigate. I recovered a bent ceremonial knife. Must have come from somewhere nearby. The back of the blade has been decorated with tiny characters, the precision required for this. Okay. This one is a fractured piece of an even longer phrase. Nothing. I'll look at it again later. Whoa. I want to look at it. I want to look at it now. Inscriptions. I don't know why it skipped there. Unless I missed a button prompt to read it. Toward. And... death. Is there another death somewhere? Maybe it skipped because I don't have enough to do anything. So there is no place for of, not another toward, there's only one and there's only one death. I don't have enough to suss it out. I think it originates from the exact place we're after. We must be getting close. Make the site we're hunting easier to find. Okay, let's zoom in. Path goes left shortly, mistress. What if I took it right instead? What then, Six? Vicinity of the Steel Empire site. Available data suggests the Steel Empire site should be in this vicinity. Okay. If there's anything here at all. We are leaving the vicinity of the Steel Empire site, mistress. Wait, what? No. Okay, let's take a right. I didn't mean to leave. There's a path within the water. Nope, I can't go in there. I feel like we're sailing through a cloud. In effect, mistress, we are. Particles we can see are ice particles. Suspended in what is left of the river here. We found a ruin. Maybe I can actually read it this time. I would guess it dates from the Steel Empire, mistress. Wait, mistress. I found a hefty brass oil burner. Just floating out there? There's some carved glyphs on the base. Okay, can we do anything about them? This is the start of a fragment of text. Ooh, okay. We, upon, ascend? Is ascend in here somewhere? Ooh, no it's not. We again. So that can't be the ancient for upon. Really? Ah, so this was similar to what we had for what? Ah, I feel a lot better about what, because I have two other question words, how and when. How, when, what? Um, time. So I think that first glyph is a glyph associated with question words, and the second glyph is one associated with time, so when? When we... I feel very good about when. I wish I could, like, mark my confidence on these. When we die... We die... When we flourish, we flourish. When we sail, we sail. When we... Okay. Die, flourish, or sail. Wither. What else could withering have been? Could withering have been die? Or... That was the last place I saw that word. Withering. Does have something of die in it. Death also has something of die in it, of course. Death Palace. Almost see it be Death Palace, but I like Withering a little better. Because I feel like... Okay, let's say we like that. We like Withering. So when we die... When we die... We die... Together. Joined. Joined and together mean the same thing, or similar things. Excuse me. Thinking through this. And I want to see one thing quick. Okay. When we die, we die... Welcome. Welcome is a confirmed word. Build. Build is to bring things together. Welcome. Build is to connect things. You build things with stone. So, random thought. In this symbol, we have the hook with the 2 comets above it. Second to last glyph in the word for welcome. Now, I think we also had that in Prey. And I think it's maybe a saying thing. Like, we say together. Or we say... I think together is what I'm leaning towards. I'm not totally sure, but I'm gonna go with that. When we die together. I'd say this was made on the site we're looking for. Must be close by. This should make the site we're after easier to find. Disregard the next turn, turning, mistress. Disregard it? Don't do it? Okay. All 6 told me to disregard it. I'm assuming that might be because we have new information and no time to adjust. That seems like a weird thing to happen in a game. Sparkles appear to be settled by our passing, mistress. We are sweeping them away as we sail. Okay, there's more directed flow over to our left. Feels good to be back on a real river again. Let's see where that leads us. I think it's going to lead us around in a... Yeah, it's going to lead us around about into a circle. This is an area of weaker flow, mistress. Okay, we go off the river, back on it for a moment, then off it again. So, our respite is short. I didn't think the ship could move through flows this week. But it seems like whoever built the Nightingale knew what they were doing. Here left, mistress. So we continue. Who did build the ship, mistress? Was that the site we just passed? The reason I didn't get a prompt for it? I have no idea who built her. I suppose she must have been Elberethian. What? I missed a turn. How did I miss the turn? I didn't see a turn. I'm gonna go here, though. I think this will lead us to a decent place. That'll lead us somewhere new, at least. Feels good to be back on a real river again. Again. How did they ship their sculptures from here? Vicinity of the Steel Empire site. Let's go. Drag them through the rivers? You'd need a strong ship for that. Maybe like one of the really big ones we found on that site. We are in the vicinity of the Steel Empire site once more, mistress. Can you see it? So how do we find it? Ooh. I cannot be sure, mistress. I think it might be about to find us. Let's look where we are on our map. Okay. Sculptor's Canyon. I suggest we look. would seem we have not been down either of these paths, mistress. Let's take the one on the left. So, what are we going to discover next here? Look at our map again. I think we take the right. It's gonna loop us around. Water droplets go right. We proceed. I'm interested to see what the statues show us. I feel like we're almost moving upstream somehow here. Flashing. Which way, 6? Let's look. Okay, we want to go right. I do not know, mistress. Okay, then going right seems like a decent choice. I'm really curious what unexpected thing we'll discover, because I expect right now to find a statue-making factory, or something like that. There's something up ahead. Little the Nightingale, 6. Let's take a look around. A Steel Empire site. Is this where the ancients carved their statues?
Sometimes when you find a place, you find it overflowing with humanity, with life, with joy, with family, with struggle. Flames that burn so brightly they can still be seen as dancing shadows, hundreds, thousands of years later.
We still haven't made our
And
way
then
to
other places are not like that.
track down the sculptor's moon. Okay, let's see what's over here. A metal rail. Ooh, okay. A track leading to an opening. Also, we have that word, the quarrying, mining, or just carrying away the spare rock from the carvings. Look at the turned over cart. An overturned cart. A heavy-duty one, too. There's an inscription. Just above the dust. Ah, so the symbol that I think is question-related at the end. The symbols look new to me. Mistress? Cart is upside down. Right, of course! I wondered why we had the question-looking symbol at the end. What? We... Effrey. I think that's wrong. I've done something... Yeah. It's not Effrey. What? We... Is? I think we is wrong. I'm sure my translation for what is correct now. Okay, verb do or act. That's... I feel very certain of that. Family, forever strong or eternal. Okay. This is tricky. all. So it has all in it. Time all is forever. If it was eternal, okay, eternal, there is an argument for it. What we do is forever. That makes sense for people who are carving statues that are meant to be lasting. What we do is forever. Forever and eternal. I like what we do is forever based on what I know of the symbols. Feel pretty good about that one. Could be wrong, but you know. Okay. So more to it, because I feel like we're going to go into the mines. So my question is there other stuff to explore before we head into the mines? What is this place? Okay, let's examine something in the dust. Nothing. I must have been mistaken. I wonder how many people it took to carve one statue. One artist working alone for years? Or an army of workers? I wonder why it lets me sometimes explore stuff and there's nothing there. Either way, it must have been people working here for long stretches of time. But why would anyone live here? This place is terrible. Just to work? How did anyone live here? There's nothing. No water. Nothing. What if it was robot workers? Here. An opening. It will be dark down there, mistress. Try not to trip over your feet. Only I brought a flashlight with me. Like,
The wind died as we entered the tunnel.
I'm an archaeologist. It opens up ahead.
The air
Indeed,
was
mistress.
ice cold and smelled of rust.
Since I'm an archaeologist, I feel like I should bring a flashlight with me. Stay close. Yes, mistress.
Then we came out into a wide open space.
It's gonna be a puzzle where I have to
Through
redirect
all the
the track.
murky dark, I could make out shapes, clinging like spiders to the rock.
I do not like it here, mistress. Ramps. Aha! You noticed. Of course I noticed. Ramps mean robots. This place was colonized then. I want to reply rather than, where are the buildings? What? People need places to live. Markets, bathhouses. There's something very wrong about this place. Is there any chance there are still some robots here? We could ask them what they were doing. There is every chance, mistress. I was buried on Iox for some considerable time, and it did not impair my functionality. Just gonna see if there's something else that's being said. Almost closed. I want to see what's in there before I try to translate, in case it gives me context. Okay. It did not. I haven't seen construction like this before. Maybe in the Serpent's Eye crater. This site is older than the Empire, mistress. Older than Iox, at least. Let's look at the symbols. Something, drink, something, use, something. I know one of these words. I'll guess the rest. Drinks. Blank drinks blank. You blank. Okay, this first word. Several. Light. Several stars. So if that means multiple. If the multiple comments means the word multiple or something like the word multiple, and then we have the symbol associated with star, multiple star, be a nebula. Nebula drinks. Water is drinks. Fly drinks. Door drinks. Nebula glows from or lives. From. I don't think that's from. Lives or glows. Nebula drinks. Oh, blood is kind of ominous. Nebula drinks blood you provide. That feels kind of scary. Feels maybe also kind of intentional. Ooh. What if the symbol I thought was the heart symbol is the life symbol? Then life water is blood. That would make sense. Forget does not make sense. This is not a verb. Toast does not make sense in either sense, really. I don't see how, like, the food toast. You have that. Excuse me, and this is a noun, but that it does not have connection to water or to hearts. The toast, as in to give a toast, does not make sense because it does not have the verb marker at the beginning. And also wouldn't make sense in the context of the sentence. Wine. You really like. What if the symbol is heart related? I mean, wine and blood. I feel like it's blood. Nebula drinks blood. You. Okay. You grasp. I feel like it's provided. It feels ominous, but I feel like it's provide. It is a verb. We do with a verb symbol. Provide of move you of move person something. Do of move person, and then I don't understand the final symbol at all. Like, I have not even a guess. I have an association with the other symbols. Two lines that are curved, the quarter circles, I think I called them early on. They're the verb symbol, which by itself means do. The next symbol means of. The symbol after that means movement. The symbol after that is a person-related symbol. Provide, where is the person in provide? That's kind of confusing to me. And then the dot, and then the plumed commas, I think I called it once. I don't have good sense for that. I'm going to go with provide. Nebula drinks blood you provide. Excuse me. What was this place? I'm going to take my headset off for a moment there. A mine for some kind of core resource? Part of me is worried I was just so drawn to that interpretation because of just how, like, oh my gosh, how dramatic would that be? So I was drawn to it because of that. The control room? Control panels. The door, though, things look torn apart in here. Control panels, let's see. If we get something more than these don't work anymore. We've seen this design before. These are for robots. Any inscriptions? None. I would have expected something. No doubt whoever used the panel knew what it was, mistress. Let's try turning it on. That seems like a bad idea, but let's try turning it on anyway. Let's see if it still works, and if it does, if it causes this chamber to collapse, who would make a control panel like that? What if it's been sabotaged? A mining operation reliant on explosive charges? That happens, you can hopper us out. Assuming the rubble does not block the line of sight required. Ooh, a line of sight is required for hoppers. Just do it, 6. I'm scared, but I'm willing to try this. Mistress, Very well, mistress. Because I think we're okay. Yes, let me see. Yes, I comprehend. 6, did you just bend over? Ah, okay. Control requires me to stay in proximity to it, mistress. Otherwise it will reset. Why? Why would a robot need to guard a bridge control like that? It is not tiring, thankfully. This one's been broken open. The wiring's been ripped out. Why would someone do that? To make it work, or to stop it from working. I'm gonna go out and see. I'll be right back. And explore with things changed.
Once, I'd found a hangar underground on Elbereth.
I hope these
It
things were
had been
sound like
made to house rows and rows of ships. A whole fleet of them.
I can't jump down. It's far too far.
This place could have swallowed that place without a burp.
A row of buildings. Storerooms? Barracks? Scaffolding. Used to winch things up from further down, or be loaded onto the carts and carried outside. 6. I hear you, mistress. Let it go, 6. I don't like that that cart fell off, exactly. Okay. The ground settled beneath me. I still cannot reach you, mistress. The iron cart has moved. But there is a gap I cannot jump. I feel like I jumped somewhere in the puzzle. Easy. Please do not go off exploring again. I am a little confused. Look what we did, 6. It looks like a beetle. I hope we didn't smash whatever was inside. Too badly, anyway. There's an inscription, or what's that other point? Guess we gotta go for the inscription first. There's an inscription. Just above the dust. This one's upside down again. Mistress? I know, 6, I know. R... Okay. You... are... blood... of... Nebula. An entire phrase. I'm convinced my translation for blood is right now. And Nebula must be right as well. You are the blood of Nebula. Done. Smashed crates. Looks like whatever was inside was smashed to bits. Shame. Okay, so if I do New Game Plus, I'm gonna flip things around. Overseen by robots, worked by hand. So much for your precious ethical core, 6. Whoa. Unless another human was commanding the robots. Jump the gap again. Eek. Wait there, 6. If I lose sight of you, mistress, I will return to the ship. Perfect. Just don't look down, Aaliyah. This isn't Elbereth. There's no tent canvas to catch you down there. Yeah, I'm pretty dead if I fall, honestly. Mistress, come back. Nope, gotta read stuff here.
A narrow shelf of rock jutting from the chasm wall. Grey buildings watched me with empty eyes.
There's another robot control part. Yep. Panels seem different. How so? They've been sliced open. Like someone wanted to cut at the wiring. Scratch symbols. Ooh. We must. Opposite of must would be must not. We must not lose hope, surrender hope, learn hope, or wake hope. So it's going to be lose or surrender. I like lose. We must not lose hope. Makes sense. I am going to explore first before reconnecting anything. Because I feel like the wires were severed as part of a worker revolt. Robots can't have worked a mine. There must have been people doing that. While robots oversaw it. Look in here. Cloth. Beds. There must have been whole families down here. I suppose it was obvious there were people here. What would robots do with all this? They're the masters, after all. Are they? I feel like probably, but I also feel like maybe someone was in charge of the robots in turn. Not sure on that. Okay, let's connect the wiring. Let's see. If I get my hand in under here... Got it. Interesting. Oh boy. And if I twist here, I think that's going to hold. Okay, disconnect that wiring. Let's connect this wiring too, because I don't think that forms a complete path. Is it going to bring 6 back to me? And maybe it is. On my way, mistress. Heck yeah. That should hold. Mistress. I feel stuck. Okay, we gotta go help 6 out. There's a teeny bit of me who hopes that this game builds up. But why was 6 afraid of 7 joke? The walkway's in place. I feel like I need to, but I'm not. I need to disconnect. I need to disconnect. 6 needs to come here. We need to do a switcheroo. That's what I think needs to happen. Okay. That doesn't do me any good. Oh, no, I didn't want to... Well, maybe I did want to reconnect it. Okay, I'm gonna flip the other switch. Oh, those rocks are spelling out some symbols. Those rocks are aligned. Some message left. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna check the time, but I think that... Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm okay if this one goes a bit over. because we're just getting some really cool info. But let's walk over and see how we've left things now. Okay, I can't get over anywhere. I'm trapped here. So I need to undo the other wiring too. Okay. And this does not seem helpful. Oh, it does seem helpful now. I will be with you shortly. Very good. So now I'm gonna want Mistress. You made it across. The walkways are most stable, Mistress. Impressively engineered. I still believe we should hop her back, however. Stay by this panel, 6. Don't follow me. Mistress? Mistress, I do not approve. I don't care about your approval, 6. There's no other way I'll get across this chasm, and you know it. It's perfectly safe. Okay. Six, raise this walkway for me. Ooh. Got some interesting music starting to play. Don't break the control panel, 6. And you watch your step, Mistress. There are holes.
Deep pits had been cut down into the rock, while overhead, a natural opening yawned into space.
We're gonna look at the rocks, because they're clearly spelling a message. Scattered rocks. Fallen through the hole in the roof, I suppose. No, they're spelling... Well, only right here, which is strange. Right, because they're spelling a message, Aaliyah. Look. Look, Aaliyah. They're in the shape of glyphs. What if I should approach it from here? Will she realize it then? Ah, I see now. These rocks are laid out as glyphs. Ooh. Message of stones. I've got one of these words in my notebook, but I'll have to take a stab at what's left. Something us. Save us. Bless us. Unlikely. Allow us. Save us seem like... Oh, because from the hole. Someone could fly over, see in the hole the word save us, and then come and rescue. That seems most likely. Provide is very similar. What were the other options for provide? Provide, operation by, grasp. I'm not exactly sure how closely provide and save are linked, but save feels really good. And provide life would be to save, I guess. People who worked here, they were trapped. Did the robots leave them down here? What about their precious ethical cores? Yeah, maybe they were hacked. Maybe something else. Oh, there's a winch. I wonder if I could have come here. Hit in the rocks. Seems to go on forever. Of course it doesn't. Still, I wouldn't want to fall in. What if we... Well, let's drop a stone in, yes. Let's see how deep you go. I'm hoping we get a good sound effect of, the good old type sound effect. The loneliest clink echoed back up the shaft. That's a long way down. Deeper than any statue could need. Ah, something engraved. Let's go. Also, let's see if we have any solvable... Nope, no solvable inscriptions. I thought I had... Yes, there was it. Something carved in the mash Y. Why won't it reappear? There's something carved inside the edge. This is fractured. Ring? Ring? AIDS? I don't like comma and then the base cleft in the middle by itself. That isn't something they generally do. In time. To bring something in time. Oh, bring is out? Bring is out. I like time. In time. Oh, this is an entire phrase. This is an entire word. Oh boy. Save. The noun form. So I'm going to split this into two halves using the colon to split it. The second half would then be the noun form of save, which would be something like salvation. The first half would be provide salvation. Strength, strike, or believe. Provide salvation. Strength, strike. These are all kind of weird. Believe in time. Strength in time. Come in time. Strike in time. I guess I'm going to go with believe. Believe in time. That will do for now. It's a strange motto for a sculptor. Okay, we're going to go down this ladder. We're going to go full snake eater. Wait, first, can I climb up here? Nope. There's a ladder going down. Mistress, I can see you. Mistress, please desist. I'm sorry, Six. I go by the waters. Tunnels. Oh, I'm really in a weird place. Oh, not walls. This place was dug. Wait, I don't feel... The air down here must be poor or poisoned. If there's anything here, I should find it quickly. Okay. Usual exploration. Not something I can do. Blocked with a rockfall. Okay. This place isn't safe. Did I get my first game over? By the waters.
My head was spinning.
Can you hear me, Six? I don't want to be down here. I suppose not. Light. Around this corner. What's that thing? All the wakened waters. Bless the goddess. What are you? Is that an eye? But only one eye. This must be a god. But why are you the wrong way up? What was that? A flash of light? Stone is of crude work. Then again, done almost in darkness. Again, just as I spoke. Look deeper. I wonder what's back here. Waters above. Symbols carved inside the glass. Upside down. I should start standing on my head. So... I feel do is part of the question. So do is crossed off. Blessing feels... if we can find somewhere for it, yes. Odd? No. Or... yeah. Blank for blank blessing. It's a lot of glyphs, but I think it must say blessing. Blank. Ask. So, do question, do word is ask. Ask for... that is my. Ask for my blessing. A god, but then which? What is this? Look into the eye again. Symbols have changed. Ask for my blessing. And this one is several words. Okay. I am... I'm some kind of god. I am... oh gosh. Move. What one is move? I am vault god. This is heaven's vault. I am freedom god, spoke god. Freedom. What? Okay, thinking through this. Lift god. I am lift god. Lift up. Spoke, think. I'm gonna say heaven's vault. Okay. So this definitely means vault. Because looking at the title, looking at the glyphs in the game's title, if the glyphs represent the game's title, then yes, that would be vault. I am vault god. By the moons. Is it answering my questions? What vault? What vault? Something different again. Heaven's vault? This is going to say heaven's vault, isn't it? Two-word phrase. That is exactly... vault. I can add my translation for vault to my dictionary for now. Okay. Heaven's vault. Can't be. It doesn't seem like a productive thing to say when I'm low on time. There's nothing here. Except you. What happened to the people here? Oh boy. There's a few words in this one. The Withering? Emperors? What happened to the people here? Must be some kind of machine behind the wall. Did the miners find it? I wonder. And if they did, how long has it been buried? No, Leah, you go now. Okay, yeah. We'll come back up for air. Remember which one it is. I should go down here again with a gas mask. Where is that robot when I need it? Climb back up. Well then, it's not so high. Climb, curse you. Oh no. Just climb. Come on. I can't. I can't do it. Too far. I'm trapped. This is not
I
good.
was stumbling over my own feet.
The air down here is like acid. I'm kind of screwed, I think. Gotta go back to the vault, God. Back to Heaven's Vault. Okay. We can walk around on 0 HP anyway. Okay. Here we go. My chest tightened. I can't. I can't breathe. Did you hear me? Can you even... Oh. Oh my gosh. Somewhere new. My surroundings have changed. Okay.
I had travelled the nebula in an eye blink.
Am I alive?
It wasn't possible, but I'd done it.
6. Not about, but this is Elbereth, isn't it? It saved me. God saved me. It sent me home. I better take a moment to get my bearings, though. I'm dizzy. Okay, I feel like this is a good place to stop. I thank you all for watching. I'm excited to continue, but we're at the 2-hour mark, and I can tell this isn't going to get resolved very quickly, and this feels like a good stopping point. I thank you all so much for watching. This has been a really fun episode, and I look forward to playing more. See you all later.